introduce Lieutenant General Neeraj Varshney. Lieutenant General Neeraj Varshney, VSM, is the Commandant of the Military College of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering, Secunderabad, and the 75th Colonel Commandant of the EME Corps. An NDA alumnus, he has held key roles in the Indian Army, contributing significantly to the Army's technical strength. He has completed advanced military training, including at DSSC and the Army War College, and holds 5 master's degrees in distinct fields. Known for his focus on training and modernization, he continues to strengthen the Army's technical edge. It is my privilege to invite General Varshney to deliver the keynote address and share his invaluable insights. Sir.
Can you hear me at the back? Good morning to all of you, General Khandare, General Raina, General Airy, Dr. Kalpesh, Shri Alok Bansal, Shri Harsh Pant, distinguished participants, exhibitionists, small and medium enterprise owners, startup owners, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed an honor for me to stand in front of such distinguished panelists and speakers which have gathered here to discuss a subject which is of extreme contemporary importance, especially if you see in the backdrop of what happened 2 days ago in the Kashmir Valley. The topic of global security dynamics and defense innovation, I think we couldn't have had a better opportunity to talk and discuss about this topic as we are going to do today. If we look at mankind, the history of mankind has evolved over 5 lakh years as the Homo sapiens came. And the history of conflict is actually the history of mankind. Ever since human beings have been there, conflicts have been there. It is just that the nature, the scope, and challenges of the conflict have evolved and changed over a period of time. But the reasons of conflict have always been the same. And what are those major reasons of conflict? The first major reason of conflict which arose was scarcity of resources. Marking your territory, because we have evolved from the animal kingdom. So just like animals still mark their territory, we still want to mark our territories. We have reasons of ego and vanity where conflicts happen. We have power struggles between nations, between economies. We have social or ideological differences because of which conflicts occur. Sometimes we have common and strategic interests which lead to conflicts. And last but not the least, as we were discussing on the coffee table, failed governance also leads to conflicts. If these are the reasons of the conflicts, what is the dynamic part which we are going to talk about conflict? And dynamism is nothing but a constant change. So the shape of conflict is changing, and what is driving that change is technology. Over centuries, what has driven change in conflict or the methodology of conflict is what weaponry or what technology was available to the opposing forces. And that technology has set the stage for the dominance of a particular nation or a particular community in a conflict. Today, conflicts are not just between states. There are states and non-state actors. The conflict is kinetic or non-kinetic. The conflict is not restricted to one dimension. It is in all four dimensions: land, sea, water, space. The conflict is not just related to simple weapon systems. Technology is driving us towards artificial intelligence. Technology is driving us towards cyber warfare. Technology is driving us towards drone warfare, which is the topic of discussion of this Drone Expo. What has recently happened and is still happening between Ukraine and Russia is the best example. Every war produces a different game changer. And that game changer defines the difference between the victor and the vanquished. The modern technology innovation space in this country has been evolving at a very rapid pace. And I think there are two elements which are driving this change. One is that for the past decade or so, we've had strong, meaningful governance in this country, which is leading the business landscape, the strategic landscape, and the people of this India towards a concerted goal. If we are looking at a Viksit Bharat, then that Viksit Bharat is actually happening on ground. The Defense Ministry has taken initiatives like the IDEX. The government has taken initiatives like the Atmanirbharta, because we in the uniform, when we fight a war or protect the nation's interests, what are we looking at? We are looking at modern technology and weapon platforms being available to us. We are looking at their reliability, and we are looking at a constant supply of whether it is ammunition, whether it is logistics, or the weapon platforms. And when we are looking at a constant supply of it, that is where all of you come into play. The defense innovation hub of this country is what is going to drive our superiority on the battlefield. If the soldier knows that there is no worry about the ammunition supply which is going to come, and it is not going to come from a foreign country, but it is going to happen in this country, that assurance if the soldier has, he will win every battle for you. The country counts upon this innovation which is happening in the small and medium enterprises, the startups. Yesterday, I was on a video conference with Director IIT Chennai, and we were discussing some defense-related projects. And he mentioned that in the last 4 years, the Army is doing projects worth 40 crore rupees with IIT Chennai. And what are we looking at? They have created a hub, a startup hub at IIT Chennai, where a lot of drone and software related companies have set up base over there, and they are looking at the problems of the Indian armed forces and finding solutions for those. This Drone Expo, I think, is the right step in that direction. And over the course of today, tomorrow, and the sessions which are planned over here, I'm pretty sanguine that they are going to lead to some very meaningful discussions, some takeaways for all of us, and going to create an atmosphere and environment for more startups to grow and find solutions to conflict related problems. And it is not only conflict, some of these technologies have dual purpose use. They have a military use as well as a civil end use. It is up to us that how we want to utilize these technologies. India has always been a peace-loving nation, so we have always found first a technology for civil use and then found its military use later. But being a peaceful nation does not mean that we can be taken for granted. We are a very strong and resolute democracy and a nation which means business. We are not going to take things lying down as they are fed to us or given to us. We will protect the boundaries of this country and we will remain resolute in doing the good for the nation and being part of the society. With that, I conclude my remarks and wishing this seminar and this expo all the very best so that each one of us gains something out of it. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you for watching Drone TV, your gateway to the latest in drone technology, GIS innovations, and AI-driven solutions. To partner with us or promote your company on Drone TV, visit www.dronetv.in. Contact us at +917 5201 23555.